Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. While I love making these kinds of announcements, today really is quite special. The projects that are coming to you today are funded through entirely new programs under the Eisenhower Legacy Transportation Program, innovative technology and cost share. So until the passage of IKE, KDOT literally could not have done these projects. With today's announcement, we've implemented all of the KDOT programs under IKE, which was just signed 8 months ago, and in the middle of a pandemic. I'm so proud of the KDOT team and our demonstration of government working well for Kansans. To date, we've awarded more than $65 million in cost share projects and leveraged an additional $42 million of local funds. And these are our first ever innovative tech projects. Okay, innovation is a big word. And it often invokes images like the first space shuttle and the first smartphone or self-driving car. These are revolutionary inventions that make a big splash across society. But sometimes innovations, even life-saving innovations, can be much quieter. For example, one of the most exciting medical advancements in recent years is a paper disc that spins on a string like a button might spin on a string. And this device only costs 20 cents, and it works as a centrifuge, which separates blood into individual components, which is needed to diagnose diseases like malaria and HIV. Now, a typical centrifuge costs thousands of dollars and requires electricity to use. However, the paper fuse, as it's called, is just hand-powered. And many communities in developing countries where these diseases are really prevalent don't have access to electricity. So this is a life-saving innovation. And it's also a great example of a holistic solution. To save lives in these communities, doctors needed an affordable diagnostic tool, and they also needed a tool that could be used anywhere. And now they have one. Likewise, to do good work in government requires a willingness to solve problems and an openness to learn more about what the problem really is. And no one better understands the challenges and opportunities that exist in a community than the people who live there. And that's why I love these programs. We don't just share the cost of the project with the community, we share in crafting the solution to the problem to make Kansans' lives better. Good example today is in Junction City, where we're reconstructing an intersection which serves as a critical link to the Geary County Hospital. But it's more than just accessibility to improving streets. We're also rebuilding the sidewalks and adding ADA compliant ramps. A modern transportation system should deliver improved mobility to all Kansans, regardless of how they travel. Many of the projects announced today have been long-standing problems in communities and that the state hasn't been able to tackle. But by working together, we can now deliver solutions for Kansans. Collectively, these 20 projects make travel safer, upgrade our infrastructure, provide more mobility options, and deliver necessary innovations to foster economic growth. They solve old problems, and they provide new opportunities. So many people shared in making today possible, and we're fortunate to have some of them here to speak. First up, please join me in welcoming Kansas Governor Laura Kelly.
Well, good morning and thank you. Thank you very much, Julie. I really am pleased to be here because this really is a great day for Kansas. As I reviewed the list of projects we're announcing today, I was reminded of the renowned writer Kurt Vonnegut Jr., who, and as an aside, was stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas, right near Junction City, during World War II. In his novel, Hocus Pocus, Vonnegut wrote, "Another flaw with human character is that everyone wants to build. Nobody wants to do maintenance." During my 14 years as a state senator and now as governor, I have reviewed numerous state budgets. I know that maintenance is too often the last to be funded and the first to be cut. Vonnegut spoke the unfortunate truth. Good public policy is a balance between taking care of today's needs while anticipating tomorrow's opportunities for growth. My administration is committed to supporting the kinds of programs and partnerships that allow us to do both. The 10-year bipartisan Eisenhower Legacy Transportation Program is testament to that. I cannot praise the IKE program enough. It cuts red tape, it saves taxpayers money, and it prioritizes my dedication to a strategic and innovative approach towards long overdue infrastructure projects like many of the ones that we're announcing today. 8 of these projects will replace aging roads and bridges in communities across Kansas. Each is a critical route for getting our kids to school safely and keeping our economy humming. 6 of these projects provide cutting-edge technology to make our transportation system safer and allow for future economic opportunities. Today, I want to highlight 2 of the innovative technology projects being completed right here in Lenexa. They both illustrate how we can modernize our system to better serve Kansans and how we're leveraging partnerships with state and local governments and the private sector to deliver necessary investments. The city of Lenexa will receive $250,000 to implement 5 smart intersections at the Smart Infrastructure Showcase right here at the Lenexa City Center. These intersections with embedded traffic sensors will improve traffic flow for vehicles. The sensors also set the stage for future technological advances to improve safety and communication as driverless cars become a reality over time. The city will provide the remaining $9 million required for the project. 2 local companies, Integrated Roadways and Kiewit Construction, deserve special recognition for their commitment to working with the city and the city to manage the project and to build upon it for future development. The other project was awarded to the Kansas City Area Transportation Authority, which will receive $59,000 to integrate 2 public transit apps. Currently, transit users in Wyandotte and Johnson counties must toggle between 2 smartphone apps to access microtransit services. This project will integrate those services seamlessly on the local transit app, saving time and providing more choices for users. Before I hand it off to the next speaker, I would be remiss if I did not mention the most important partners in making today possible, Kansans. Through KDOT's local consult meetings conducted across the state, Kansans recommended programs like Cost Share and Innovative Tech. They pushed us to find innovative ways to solve transportation challenges and offer flexibility that allows communities to capture emerging opportunities. My administration is engaging with Kansans and supporting IKE and projects like it to strengthen our state's infrastructure, to promote economic development, and improve access to new and evolving transportation technology. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce Lenexa Mayor Mike Mame to discuss one of the innovative technology projects being announced here today. Mayor?
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Lenexa. We're glad to have you here joining us today. And Governor, it's always a pleasure to have you here, Lenexa. Secretary Lorenz, nice to have you as well. I know your commute today wasn't very far, but we're happy to have you in town all the time as well. So thank you. I'd like to take a moment and introduce a couple of council members who have joined us today. Courtney Iderish and Joe Carlin have joined us today. A few of our key staff members, our city administrator, our city manager, excuse me, we changed that title. Becky Yoakum, our city engineer, Tim Green, our transportation manager, Steve Screwley was there a minute ago. So thank you all for joining us here as well. The city of Lenexa has enjoyed a longstanding and valuable partnership with KDOT, and we are pleased to be here today to celebrate yet another example of that great partnership. Kudos to Governor Kelly, Secretary Lorenz, and the Kansas legislature for their passage of the Eisenhower Legacy Transportation Program, including specifically the program's new approach to transportation funding. Innovative Technology Program is a great example of the innovation that IKE represents, and we're proud to be one of the first recipients of an ITP grant for our Smart Infrastructure Showcase at Lenexa City Center. So pleased to have our partners from Kiewit and Integrated Roadways with us here today. This project represents a public-private partnership between the City of Lenexa, Integrated Roadways, and Kiewit Engineering to create smart intersections here at Lenexa City Center, which will literally integrate technology into the physical roadway infrastructure. And I'll ask our partners here in just a moment to come up and give you a little more detail on exactly what's happening there. This project is the first step in achieving our community's vision for integrated infrastructure and transportation as articulated in Lenexa Vision 2040, our third community visioning process completed in 2019. This project also supports the city's desire to continue to attract innovative business partners to locate in Lenexa City Center and elsewhere in Lenexa. We're excited to begin the design work on this project with our partners to determine how we can achieve the community's vision for a seamless and connected transportation infrastructure network. Governor Kelly, thank you once again for being here today. Secretary Lorenz, and of course the legislature for providing the funding. And as the governor said, our Kansas taxpayers, we couldn't be doing this without them either. So thank you all again. I'd like to introduce Tim Sylvester with Integrated Roadways to make a few remarks.
Hi, everyone. Integrated Roadways is a smart infrastructure technology developer enabling the digital transformation of our legacy infrastructure systems in support of connected electric and autonomous vehicles to help ensure America's economic leadership for future generations. Our main product, Smart Pavement, is a prefabricated modular connected paving system that enables the passive anonymous collection of traffic data and supports the implementation of next generation wireless services. We are so honored to be here today. We deeply appreciate all of the support that we've received from the state, from the DOT, from the city, and certainly from our partner at Kiewit. With that, I would like to introduce Dan Luma, the president of Kiewit Engineering Group. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Tim. Today is about innovation, as you just heard from Tim, but it's also about relationships. And Kiewit understands the importance of both. The partnership between Integrated Roadways and Lenexa has the potential to greatly impact the quality of life and safety of the beautiful Lenexa City Center area. Kiewit is proud to play a role in developing and bringing this technology to the market, and we applaud KDOT for recognizing the impact that it can make. Governor Kelly, we think you made a great selection in Secretary Lorenz. The IKE program is both visionary and actionable, and that's not an easy thing. Kiewit is proud to be a partner, and we look forward to partnering on further innovations to help improve the mobility and safety on Kansas roadways. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Lindsay Douglas, Deputy Secretary at KDOT, to tell us more about the exciting programs being funded as a part of the Innovative Technology Program. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Boehm, Tim, and Dan, for sharing your perspectives about our new Innovation Technology Program. I think something that Mayor Boehm said resonates throughout the announcement today, and that was vision. It took vision to bring their community along with the Lenexa City Center project. It takes visioning to put together partnerships that can bring these new innovative technology projects to fruition. The innovative technology and cost share programs both help communities with great ideas to improve the state's transportation system by working together to solve local challenges. And those partnerships are what we're celebrating today. Every community represented in the announcement came to us with a plan and an idea of how to combine funding sources to make their plans a reality. These projects each represent a partnership between the state of Kansas, local communities, and in some cases, private industry, as you just heard. As we move down the road in administering IKE, It is these partnerships that will build a stronger transportation system that encompasses the entire state of Kansas. The projects on our list today represent the state's largest metro areas and some of the smallest towns. We are serious about our commitment to all of our state's communities, and these projects reflect that commitment. The next community you'll hear from is a great example of an improvement to our state system made possible by the cost share program and how it is helping to address a transportation challenge in the city of Lebo in Coffee County. We will hear from Jim Jones, a city council member from Lebo in Coffee County. He will tell us about the cost share project in his community that will improve a route for bicyclists and pedestrians traveling to and from the city's business park. We're going to join with Jim on Zoom.
Thank you, Lindsay. First of all, I want to start off thanking everybody involved in this with helping us out on this project. This project means a lot to us. For years, we have had no alternate route to get to our northern business district from our downtown and school area. This will basically give us a safe and healthy alternative route for bicyclists and walkers and students of all ages. Currently, the only means of way to get out there is through transportation or to bicycle or walk along the side of the highway, which is totally unsafe. And that's basically why we want to thank everybody again for the opportunity to work with us. It also kind of connects our southernmost point of our town going through our downtown, which is currently under renovations through the project Downtown Streetscape, and then it'll connect to our northern business. Without your guys' help, this would continue to be an issue. Our northern business district basically houses kind of the life of our small community in the Dollar General, a new car wash, a dog wash, 4 other businesses, and coming in March of 2021, our new Casey's, which is currently located downtown. So once again, we thank you. This is huge for our community, and we thank everybody involved in it. Julie?
All right, thank you all. I love these events where we're able to actually hear from different parts of the state. So thank you all for being here today. The projects announced really represent a statewide focus and aim to help all communities improve our transportation system. But before we move to questions, real quickly, I'd like to point out a safety concern that I have. So through COVID, we've been focused on personal safety, no doubt, masks and social distancing. And it's reduced the number of miles that are driven to almost historic lows in our nation. But here's the thing. You would expect as traffic rates drop that you would see lower accidents and fatalities, and that has not happened, okay? People are driving way too fast and they're distracted. And in some ways that distraction is understandable. But I ask you today, please wear your seatbelt. Please be focused on driving and please follow the speed limit. And please make sure your friends and your family are doing the same thing. Those actions really make a difference between life and death. I'm very concerned about our fatality rates, so please buckle up and drive safely. Okay, now we're going to move on. If we've got any media in this room, we'll take those questions first, and then we'll bounce it over to Maggie, who will facilitate any questions from those that have joined us online. If you're online and you have a question, please make sure you raise your virtual hand. Okay, so Lauren, any media here in the room? Okay, no. And Denise, I'm looking at you to look at Maggie. Do we have, right? I mean, you know, we all put it together and we all are doing the best we can every day. There's no question. So Denise to Maggie, any virtual hands? No. So you know what? That's a great event when you've answered all the questions. All right. Really, thank you all so much. These are great programs. Wouldn't be possible without the governor and the legislature. So thank you all. Have a safe day.